Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. I'm making my video recap right now. It's 10 a.m. and I'm done. 10 a.m., get in, get out, take those high quality setups, be done for the day. When I trade momentum stocks, that's what I try to do. I trade in the pre-market, and then I take a couple of trades off the open. And then by 10 o'clock in the morning, my day is done, which is great. I'm still in my pajamas. If you guys can see my pants right now, you would see what kind of pajamas I'm wearing. This is a great job to do. I'm not saying everybody should jump out and be a day trader. You have to know what you're doing, learn first. But those of you that have been watching me know that I own a business, so I do this part-time, even though I'm taking trades every day. This is not something I do full-time. If you do something full-time, you have to be all in, you have to have the right setup, and you have to be willing to take much, much, much bigger positions than I take with my account. But this is great, part-time, side money, and the strategy's there. So if you ever wanted to, let's say, go full-time, switch to full-time, it's easier. All you have to do is up your share size. So it's not really, it's the same strategy, which makes day trading, I think, so popular. So anyway, before I share this, the overall market is rebounding. The momentum stocks this morning were just so very, very nice. So I'll go over that with you also, but hit the thumbs up for the video because it helps, more people see this content, right? If you don't hit the thumbs up, then, nobody's going to really see this channel. It's very hard to grow, even though, we surpassed our goal of 1,000 subscribers. That's not where I want to end. I want to get way, way more, get into way more people and reach more people. So the only way that's going to be possible is from you guys. And I do appreciate it. Anyway, sharing the screen. And this morning, we're going to be sharing the money maker. So we're wrapping up $60. It was a good day. It, is over my daily goal. It's 3 straight good days. So by good days, I mean I traded really well. Very pleased with my performance after Friday's disaster. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday now, I can say that I think I'm fully recovered from the loss. So this is a great lesson to you guys. When you have a big loss, and it's a bigger loss than you're used to, right? Everybody's going to have them. Just know if you keep grinding and you don't try to get all your loss back in one day, because then you're going to just chase and make a bunch of mistakes. It's not worth doing that. Just keep grinding, trade the right way, trade good setups, and eventually that loss that you thought was the end of the world, because at the moment a loss is emotional, it feels like that, will be water under the bridge. You won't even, it's now totally wiped off of my mind. And we're fresh now. I have a good feeling. These 3 days were very good trading, and I took advantage of the moves. Now, on these stocks, what I'm going to show you is there was a lot of volume. When you have really strong stocks, what I like to do is instead of chase them. Now, there are times where I will chase, and I'll only chase a stock if it is, breaking the $0.50 or the whole dollar on really big moves. Then I will actually chase, and I'll set a stop just below, and for the $0.50 to hold and for the whole dollar to hold. Now, when something breaks a whole dollar, you want to wait until at least it holds a dime. So let's say you want something to break, $4. You want it to break 4, but then hold over 410, because a lot of times they'll break over the whole dollar and they'll come back to like, 85 cents or 8 or 90 cents. And then you either get stopped out if you manage your risk, or you're just in at too high of a price. So anyway, those are the times where I will. If I'm trading very strong stocks with catalysts, low float, a lot of volume, and I know all the other day traders are also trading them, instead of chasing them, I'll wait until they pull back to the 9 EMA. So that's what a lot of my trading and a lot of my success is, because I don't chase. So my prices are low risk, high reward, and they're lower. I get in lower and then for the pop. So that doesn't always work, by the way, unless it's the first couple moves of a really strong stock. The pullback to the 9 will usually hold more often than not. So what did I trade first? I don't even know. I started trading at 7 o'clock this morning, the second my platform was open. I think I took a trade on, yeah, it was semi. So let's look at that. Okay, so you can see how much I scalped this. I had no problem with cutting my, if it didn't give me the move, I was cutting it. I could care less. So basically, there was a lot of scalping on this stock. It was so choppy. It really wasn't even, worth all of these trades. But I think the first couple trades here, the first trade I had here, I got in right at 7 o'clock in the morning. So we bought at 4:01 and it ripped up right away. This was a good trade. So we took about $30 something off it. And this just goes to show not to press, right? Because my whole move, the $36 I made on this stock, were basically all right here. And then you can see here, right? Got in at 444, 300 off the pullback. It chopped around. I ended up selling for a penny loss. And that's basically what all of that is selling for a penny loss. So it was like death by a 1,000 paper cuts. Now, for those of you that can't trade this much, if you're under a certain, PDT, this was unnecessary. This was totally unnecessary trading. The first couple moves were the right way to trade this stock, but it was choppy. So it is what it is. Like here, I got in for the break of VWOP. This is a perfect example of why it looks so crazy with so many trades. I got in for the break of VWOP at 418 and got out at 418 because the move never held up. And look at this right here. I mean, what could I possibly have seen that would have predicted to get in here and get out at the exact same price? Well, I watch level 2 a lot. The second that I saw a lot of selling come in, I had a feeling that VWAP was not going to hold. And this is where experience really comes into play, because take a look at that drop all the way to 395. Buying up at 418 would have taken all my profits and then some. So that's really, this trade right here is strictly an experience trade. That's it. It's watching level 2 right here, realizing that VWAP might not hold. And if it doesn't, there's a good chance that you get a pretty big sell-off. And that's exactly what happened. And that's why 300 shares, 418, 300 shares, 418. That was a break-even trade for me. And I had no problem not holding and hoping that we go back to previous highs of 430. Just because you want a stock to do something does not mean it has to happen. So NURO, let's see if this thing came out of a halt. Oh, wow, it halted up again. Wow. Look at that move on NURO. So I traded this right here with very, very minimal risk, which, you know, say what you will about how much money I left on the table, but this is how I stay consistently profitable. This is the type of stock that crushed a lot of really, really good day traders yesterday. One in particular from our famed Warrior Trading, Ross Cameron got crushed trading NURO, took a $35,000 loss on this stock because it does have a tendency of flushing. So knowing all of this, I like to minimize my risk. And I'm totally happy with just taking $27 of profit from this. Now, let's get into a little bit more of technicals with the trading, my entries, why I took these trades. This is exactly what I mean by the 9 EMA. This is the 9 EMA. For all that don't know, it's really valuable on very bullish momentum moves in a stock. So you can get a rip up, you could get a pullback to the 9 EMA, and that's usually on the first couple big moves, that's usually a very good place for a very low risk, high reward area to get into a trade. So anyway, that's what I did right here. This was a good entrance. And then that's when I got into Discord. At this moment, I started to share with my Discord exactly what I was looking at. So I'm just gonna pull this up for you guys, and I'm showing them at this point. And by the way, if you guys want to join this, this is totally free. This is a great resource for day traders. Come in, join it. It's free. Good people in here. So anyway, I was doing that at the moment, and I believe that is how I missed this move right here, which is totally fine. I don't care. I'm not doing this full time. I am doing this to be making money, obviously. I wouldn't be sitting here and trading like a madman this morning if I wasn't looking to make a little money. So anyway, I missed this pullback to the 9, and look at that move. A $2 move off the 9 EMA, which, you know, you get these nice pullbacks, and these are good entries. This is also a picture perfect first 1 minute candle to make a new high. Now, technically, you could say here it almost did, but it didn't break this level right here. So if we just draw in this area of resistance, once it broke that, it was off to the races with NURO. So doing a little technical analysis in here is usually what my charts will look like. See, if we look back over here, I was drawing in some technicals. We got a breakout of a nice bull flag. And, you know, this is just the way that I trade. I'm constantly marking up my charts. The key is to go back and just get rid of your old markings, because they could tend to really, you know, make you look at things that aren't even there anymore. So anyway, that was NURO. And then AMC, which we all called off of the open. This is another pure, I mean, guys, if this doesn't prove how valuable the 9 EMA is and why you wouldn't have it on your chart is just beyond comprehension. The pullback to the 9, this is what I waited for to get in here. Once again, minimizing risk, leaving a lot of money on the table, only trading it with 50 shares. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm up $60 today. I'm happy with that. But the entrance right here, this is key. You take it off a pullback. You don't chase. So if I wanted to buy it like way up on here, this was at 44.30, this level right here, 44.30, these top wicks were at. I got it for $1 less in 2 minutes just because I waited for a pullback. This was a very strong move off the open. We went from 41 all the way to 44. So I knew a pullback was inevitable. Once it did, that first pullback was going to get bought up. So, you know, just knowing the way to trade, knowing the strategies, watching these recaps can really, really help you in your trading. So another one that I did that I kind of screwed up on was Citibank. Now, I knew this was going to be strong off of the open. This is one where when you have the market and the 10-year treasury yield, when you have all of that going in your favor, the bank stocks will usually fade long pretty well. So I got in here. The only problem is I had just traded AMC with 50 shares. So when I clicked the buy button, instead of buying 300 shares here off the open, I only bought 50. Now, how many times has that happened to you guys when you have a previous, I almost feel like they should switch it to go back to your normal setting once you switch ticker symbols. That just got me. It cost me a decent amount of money. I probably would have been over 100 today if it wasn't for that. But still, I'm happy with it. I didn't lose money. It's not something that Thinkorswim did. It was my own, you know, not looking to see how many shares I had in there. So totally fine. This is the day, $60. I hope that everyone, you know, learned a thing or two. If you learned anything, hit the thumbs up. If you like the channel, hit the thumbs up. And if you're new, consider subscribing. So I hope you all enjoyed the video recap. See you guys bright and early tomorrow morning in our Discord. Take care.